Hey guys, what is up? It's your boy MoodZi back at it again with another Dragon Ball Super manga review. This time we're going to review chapter 78, the latest chapter that has come just recently. Before I start this review, I just want to apologize for the lack of content in the past few weeks. Again, towards the end of the year, I got a lot of stuff on my plate. I gotta deal with a lot of personal stuff in my life, stuff that has to do with work, some of the stuff that has to do with personal stuff in my life. But fret no more. I'm still working on the video that I'm gonna upload on my main channel. The reason why I stopped doing just content on the second channel, which is uploading like pack openings, uploading review or video reactions, which by the way, I still want to finish my game. I still want to finish my video reactions of Super Dragon Ball Heroes, and also I got a lot of stuff to open on YouTube in terms of cards, but I just don't want to completely neglect the main channel. So I'm working on a project right now on the main channel. It will take me like a little while, but I'll get there and hope you guys enjoy it. So without further ado, let's get right to this review. So, this manga chapter starts with the heaters realizing that Goku and Vegeta have stopped fighting. Actually, Oil is the one who gives the news to Alec and tells him that the Saiyans have stopped kicking the crap out of each other. And she then follows by saying some old Namekian popped up and stopped the fighting. So Gas says, let's go and kill them all right now. But Alec tells him that no, we still have to make the wish first. Now, here's the thing. Before I started like saying the obvious, it has been mind-boggling. It's like I'm not trying to like insult anyone here. Like this is not the whole point of me trying to like rub it in anyone's face. Like already said how I felt about this and on my Twitter. But goddamn, guys, like this was so obvious. The fact that many of you guys weren't convinced, the fact that Gas is the main villain. Like I made a video like 5 or 6 months ago saying, yo, Gas is the main villain. And people are like, yeah, no, he's not the main villain. He's just gonna get one-shotted. That's not true. Granola is the main villain. It's like, what did you guys expect the role of the heaters are going to be? They're just gonna get one-shotted. They're just gonna shoved to the background. They're not gonna do anything. And it has to do, like, this is Dragon Ball. Come on. Obviously, it's gonna be some strength-related. Related bullshit. So, Gas has been hyped ever since the beginning of this arc that he has hidden potential. He was mentioned to be strong enough to fight against Frieza. Like even like, and I even spoke about this before. Even if when they mentioned Frieza before, even if we talk about Frieza from Dragon Ball Z, the fact that you're SSJ 1 tier, that is insane. You know, that is still really strong. Even Frieza back in Z was really strong. Even Frieza back in Z used to destroy planets with a mere finger. Like, what the fuck do you want? So obviously Gas is really strong. So if Gas is like in his base, or like basically stronger than that Frieza in Z, then imagine how strong he would be with a freaking wish. So yeah, it just makes me feel weird that a lot of people doubted the fact that, honestly, it says more about you than it says about me, because I don't feel like I'm not a genius, honestly, for predicting this. I feel like you're stupid for not predicting this, but it doesn't make me smart for predicting this. That's what I'm saying. I'm not smart for predicting something super obvious. Anyways, back to other obvious news. Granola is very angry and frustrated that the Namekian has lied to him. And again, I mentioned this before, that it is sort of like a betrayal of the Namekian not telling Gas. And I also suspected in the previous chapter that the only reason why it makes sense that the Namekian didn't tell Gas about it is try to save his life. But still, it was like a little bit cowardly, to be honest, that he did not tell him the truth. Granola was basically living a lie, and it was basically doing work for people that killed his mother. Like that is crazy. Like I'm actually surprised that Granola did not attempt to straight up just murder the Namekian. Like honestly, it would be I'm not saying it would be justified, but I would say in terms of like Granola's character and how he is obsessed with revenge, like it would make sense that he would also try to kill the Namekian at the spot. But then again, I suppose the Namekian was like a father figure to him. So yeah. But also like Granola also expresses his dissatisfaction, disappointment, and explaining how for all these decades he was being used like that. So the other interesting part is Vegeta tries to get back to the story, and he asks whether Bardock defeated Gas or not. And he said, the Namekian says that yes, Bardock did defeat Gas, and I think this is the mystery. Here's another prediction that I'm going to make. We did not have the chance to know how Bardock defeated Gas, because Bardock, even here, because we know that Bardock is a low-class Saiyan warrior. He's not as strong as Frieza. He's nowhere near as strong as that. The Bardock that we know from the Bardock special is 10,000. So this Bardock would be around the same power level, maybe even weaker. Honestly, maybe even weaker, because we never seen him actually fight against someone really strong. However, here's the thing. There are two things that I'll predict. Either that Bardock achieved the Super Saiyan God status and defeated Gas, which is very possible because Super Saiyan God would be enough to defeat the previous Gas, the weaker version of Gas. Number two is that Bardock has found the weakness of Gas. So Gas has a weakness, Bardock has found and exploited it. So once the Namekian is able to tell Goku or Vegeta or us basically what the weakness of Gas, that information would be crucial in defeating Gas. So basically, the other mystery of this aspect of the story, when we know how Bardock was able to fend off Gas, where he's going to use the same method in this manga to defeat him, because otherwise, why would they even mention it? Again, these things that Totoro is doing, he's doing for a purpose. Just like when he mentioned before that Gas has powers, has potential, he said that for a freaking reason. Again, he even in Twitter, I actually said this tweet in Twitter, and I said it a couple months ago. I said that Chekhov's guns writing principle novels, if the author mentioned that there is a shotgun hanging in a wall in the first act, then that gun will go off on the third. So therefore, it will be considered objectively bad writing if Gas doesn't have a significant role by the end of this arc. So the thing here, while this doesn't necessarily apply perfectly to what I just said in this tweet, however, I think it is it is also mirroring the fact that this mystery that we don't know, when we solve how Gas was defeated or how Bardock managed to survive against Gas, we will know how Gas will be defeated, or we'll use this information to defeat Gas in the present as well. So guys, I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Gas arrives in the battlefield and he looks extraordinarily older. Even his design looks pretty cool. Honestly, I mess with his design. The only thing, and I predicted this as well, I hope Gas's final transformation is not him just being buff. Like, I hope he just doesn't rip off his clothes and just become obscenely buff and just like becomes another dumbass villain like Jiren. Or like Broly, or like the older Broly versions of stuff. Like, I just keep the design. I like the fact that he can conjure, apparently I think he can conjure weapons, or he can conjure stuff with his power, similar to Hearts and Super Dragon Ball Heroes in a way. So I fuck with that. I really like that, and I also like his design. It reminds me just a little bit, like the shoulder pads reminds me a little of Gohan's Supreme Kai outfit when he was in the Supreme Kai world. So that I really like. And yeah, so basically the Dragon Balls were used, and we know that Gas is basically the actual strongest in the universe, because again, the Oracle Fish did not really clarify who was the strongest in the universe. The strongest in the universe, ta-da, it was Gas. Obvious. It was so freaking obvious. It's Gas. So Gas uses powers, and I think his powers are very intriguing. He's fighting against a Fatigue, Goku, Vegeta, and Granola, so it's no surprise that he just kicks their asses, like, obviously. But one of the things that I really like is how he conjures this awesome like weapon in his hand. I don't know how they're gonna do it in the anime, but again, here it says like Vin, so I guess like it's sort of like conjures out of thin air, which is, I don't know if it's a power of one of the Kais, because Supreme Kai can conjure stuff in his hand, so I guess it's similar to that. But I think it's pretty cool how he uses that thing that he conjured, and he just impales Granola, and that's just a badass shot, and I just really liked it. Then Granola just goes down, and he says, "I never liked you," and I was like, "Yo, bro, same here, same." I don't think maybe some people liked Granola, but I never liked Granola either. So I really agree with Gas in here. So he basically, Gas provides like some answers for Granola. He says like, "I provide enough muscle for the heaters. You're not needed anymore because I'm a lot stronger than you." So he also says, "At last I'm free to kill you." And he also like uses his powers to also like basically conjure a bunch of like, I would say, weights or just energy weights or something that resembles basically to make Goku not move. Basically to stop his movement, which is I guess similar to those training weights, but again they're sort of like empowered by Granola's power. So, and Goku's pretty fatigued, so no wonder he couldn't get up. But yeah, also Gas says that Goku resembles his father. So yeah, and he actually asks if his father still lives, which just shows that Gas was eager to fight Bardock all these years, which also shows that Bardock somehow defeated Gas. So I think we're also really intrigued. I really like that Totaro did not tell us this yet, so he can keep a little bit of more intrigue in this story so we don't get bored. So Gas tries to just straight up axe and murder Goku, but luckily for him, Granola still has some tricks up his sleeves, and he blasts Gas from his back. But Gas is completely unaffected, and the only thing that surprises him is like, oh, where did he come from? But it doesn't seem like he sustained any damage. So Granola is still being deluded and says the title of the strongest belongs to me, in which Gas replies to him with just a freaking hit to the face, and he just keeps hitting Granola over and over again and beats him down. So basically we know that Gas is definitely the strongest in the universe at this point. So yeah, the Namekian actually comes here and he saves Goku. He restores some of his energy, and he basically laments some regret and how he feels bad for hiding all this shit from Granola. Then Goku talks to Vegeta and tells Vegeta that you should get the senzu bean so he can heal yourself, and he will try to fiend off Gas for the time being. So Goku faces off against Gas, and he uses his Super Saiyan Blue. He's basically his go-to form at this point. Whenever Goku cannot use his full strength, he just uses Super Saiyan Blue against the strong foes. But the thing that I like is Super Saiyan Blue is being so, like, it is a very strong form. Don't get me wrong. It is a very, very strong form. Like, it's one of the, obviously, it's the strongest Super Saiyan transformation, right? Like, unless you want to argue, again, GT is a different continuity, let's not even argue that, but it is the strongest Super Saiyan transformation. But again, it's just every time Goku uses it, it's usually when he's like out of stamina, when he was like a little bit fatigued, when he can't basically use his full power. But again, he uses a Super Saiyan Blue, it doesn't really work out for him. He's getting beat down. Vegeta finally gets his senzu bean, and in a surprising way, I really like this. This is probably the highlight of the entire manga, is that when Vegeta goes to Granola and he tells him, it's like, rise and shine, and he tells him to eat this, and Granola's like, what the fuck is that? And Vegeta tells him, it will restore your energy, eat it now. And Granola's like, you had this all along, but you didn't use it. So yeah, it just proved that Vegeta could have probably used that to beat Granola, but then again, that's not Vegeta's character. Like, Vegeta's too prideful to use a senzu bean when, like, in these circumstances, when he's fighting one-on-one against someone, when there's no stake for the universe to be saved, then it's out of character for Vegeta to use the senzu bean. So yeah, Vegeta tells him something really interesting. He's like, eat your freaking bean and rejoin the fight. Your revenge must be satisfied, so settle this grudge with your own strength. And I really like that Vegeta's transmitting his own character into Granola, telling him how to do things the right way, which, by the way, I really like that. It's my favorite scene in the manga. So yeah, that bit pretty much concludes the whole manga. Not much really happened, to be honest. Like, I'm not saying it's boring, it's just, to me, it's predictable. Like, kudos for you if you were shocked and were like, oh, holy shit, how did this happen? But for me, it's like, it's just a matter of like a matter of when, not a matter of if it would happen. So yeah, I think it's pretty intriguing. Again, I like the mystery of Bardock, between Bardock and Gas. I hope we see that next chapter. But again, the only thing that I yearn for, what's his face? Totaro, please just don't drag this any longer. Like, already the whole arc is like 12 chapters. I don't think this arc needs that many more chapters. I think this should be a mini arc, and it should be like nice and sweet, conclusive. Just tell us, like, basically, you have to earn your power. You shouldn't earn your power by wishing for it, going the long way instead of like short way. It's like, these thematics, so I think if they just conclude it that way, it would be a lot better. But anyways, what do you guys think? Do you like this review? Did you like this chapter? For me, if I would give this chapter, I would give it like again, I don't think it's bad or anything, but I just don't You know what? I'll be generous. I would personally get a 6 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10. But since I think like there's that mystery aspect of Bardock, I'll just give it a 7 out of 10. It was a good chapter. So yeah, let's hope the next chapter is also pretty decent. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, then please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.